In this video, I'm going to be trying to survive 100 days in Genesis Part 2. So as it says in the title, the world did end up getting deleted halfway through, so this isn't actually the full 100 days. Of course, I did intend to make it the 100 days, and most of this was recorded before it even got deleted. And it got deleted around like day 33, and from that point, I really didn't want to have to do all of that again because it was a lot of work to even get to that point in the first place, so I thought I'd just upload what I had originally gotten. Anyway, I'll explain how the world got deleted at the end of the video, but first I'm just going to let you watch all of the days that I did end up getting recorded. So day one, I obviously spawned in and then immediately started getting some resources, like wood, and then learning the basic engrams, doing all the starting stuff and gathering the fiber as well. Made some tools like a pickaxe and then killed some, dillos, except for they about killed me, so I didn't even get any hide out of it. And then I kind of traveled around looking for some hide, ended up finding some dodos around the beaches that I ended up killing and then harvesting for hide, as well as absolutely demolishing these dillos. So I was just trying to get some of the basic resources like getting hide, and then also I built a bow because I was high enough level 2, and then built a campfire so I could get some cooked meat. Then I went out to find some crystal, didn't find crystal, but it turned to day 2 and I got attacked by sabers. Also started opening some loot crates, which are extremely OP, as well as some explorer notes, and then I traveled to find a base location and ended up finding this Ascendant Rex saddle, which is absolutely ridiculous, and then I ended up finding a base location right on the side of this cliff here, and then I built some stuff to start out with. And then I ended up putting all the loot that I got from all these loot crates I was getting into a box. And then day 3 was started, and I started building the foundation of my little house so I could build stuff, as well as getting some metal and building refining forges. Got the metal in the refining forges and built a smithy as well as another refining forge, and then got some metal tools. With the new tools, I got some metal and then built a sickle for getting more fiber, as well as a mortar and pestle, and then I got a crossbow. After that, expanded the base a little bit, built a bed and then a feeding trough on day 4. After that, it was just opening supply drops, and then I found this one, literally traveled across the map just for it to be stuck, and then opened some more supply drops, and then got a Ascendant Tech Pistol, but I can't use it though. And then transferred it all back, and then started the Slide and Glide mission, and on Gamma, and I managed to beat it on my first try, but it was Gamma, so it was pretty easy. And then I managed to beat the beta version of the mission, and then after that I managed to beat the alpha version on the mission, both of them on first try. It's a pretty easy mission. Then I bought some cryopods, and then after that I got a tech generator, and then I just opened some more loot crates after that. And then I went tried to look for obsidian, didn't find any on the mountain, so I went to the space biome, and it just so happened that it was the black area, which is the one with the obsidian nodes, so I managed to gather a bunch of obsidian out of that. And then I wanted to build a harpoon gun, which is why I got the obsidian, but I needed cementing paste, so I needed to go to the Beaver Dam Locations, and I actually found out the locations by Chaotic Gaming's video. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to know where to get to the Beaver Dams yourself. After that, I also managed to get cementing paste out of a loot drop, which has made it way easier, and then I built the harpoon gun, and then the next day I managed to get the net projectile for it. And then I started the slipstream mission with the hover sail on Gamma and managed to beat it, and then the same mission on Beta also beat it, and then after that did the Beta mission on Alpha and then beat it as well. And then I did Circuit Chase, which I now hate this mission because it's awful, but I did manage to beat it on Gamma, which was definitely nice because it was pretty hard. And then I barely beat it on Beta, and then I didn't beat it on Alpha. I actually lost because that was the first mission I lost. And then I got the Ascendant railgun, and then I tried the raft mission, and then I ended up beating that as well. And then I went out and tamed an R parasaur, which was right next to my base, knocked it out, and then tamed it, and then put a saddle on it, and then got some berries. So beginning of day 9, I tried to tame a ferox and ended up failing pretty badly and wasted a few pieces of element that I had bought. And then I spent the rest of the day getting materials for a fabricator and ended up building one. After that, I built some darts on day 10. And then I also got an Ascendant rifle, and I got attacked by these raptors, but I was trying to tame a Maywing. I ended up finding this 140 and ended up taming it. And then I found another 145 and ended up taming that one as well. Also found a level 100 T-Rex, so it's pretty decent, not really the greatest, but I ended up taming it anyway with this Ascendant rifle that I found in one of the crates. You can knock out basically anything. Also knocked out a Pteranodon and got a T-Rex fight with my T-Rex that I just tamed. Day 11, I took my Mowing out for a spin by flying around with it, and then day 12, and the next day, of course, I found some oil out in the space biome and got it. When I was coming over here to the Rockwell's Garden area, as you can see, this is my first time over there in the 100 Days series, and I tried to get some fish in fish baskets so I could tame a Shadow Mane, and this is probably the most torturous thing I've ever done, because trying to get trap fish is annoying. And then the Shadow Mane taming, it kept waking up every time, and I got killed by this capro, or I didn't get killed. But every time I'd get near it, it would wake up before I could even feed it, and then this time it woke up the second I pressed the button, so I didn't even get to feed it, which is really annoying. So I ended up just giving up on the whole thing. Day 14, I did the Starwing Strike mission, which is the mission where I gotta take the Astrodelphus or the Space Dolphin and fly through all these obstacle courses. It was a pretty fun and long mission. I did it on Gamma and beat it. And then I tried to survive the Arc mission on Gamma and just failed pretty badly. They're still attacking me and I'm dead. At the end of day 14, I found a 130R snow owl, so I ended up trinking it out with the net projectile and then my Sindit long neck rifle. Ended up knocking it out and then taming it, which was definitely pretty cool. Day 15, I headed back to base and then went to Rockwell's Innards biome and then put all my stuff in a chest to go into Rockwell's Innards, so that way I could go find an R Reaper. So I went deep into the area and then I had to listen to this big chit chat with HLNA and Rockwell. It was pretty long, and I looked for a long time, and I couldn't find any R Reapers until I found this level 150 or this level 55, which isn't really that good. Then it turned day 17. I got back to the base and started building my little base up higher so I could have more room and storage. And then day 18, I went to the Beaver Dams, and I couldn't find any Beaver Dam locations, so I couldn't get any spending face from them, which is kind of sad. I looked everywhere, but then I found this. Let's go. Then I went to the space biome where it was the sulfur biome, and I managed to gather a bunch of sulfur. And then after that I managed to get some fungal wood at the Rockwell's Garden biome. And then I went back to the space biome the next day and managed to get a bunch of mutagel, which is a super useful resource because we'll be able to tame striders and other things like that with it. Later in day 19, I managed to find a strider with perfect attachments for harvesting and then tried to tame it. It took a lot of different attempts, and this is the only one you're seeing, but I did try it multiple times and failed a lot of them, but finally I ended up taming it. Thing is, you can't cryopod striders. I had to figure out the hard way, so I had to end up walking it all the way back to base. It took the entire night, and it took into day 20, which is where it is now, and then after, in the morning time, I managed to get it back to base. This thing gets a stupid amount of resources, so I built some more refining forges so I could cook all the metal I was getting. So you can see right here I got a crap ton of metal. I ended up expanding my storage a little bit and then expanding the base, so I ended up, going with the foundations and kind of expanding out the platform a little bit. And then after expanding the platform, I added some of the walls to it, so we just added the first layer of walls and then the second layer on the top of that. And then I finished the third layer of walls, so it could be 3 walls high, and then built a spike wall around my base the next day, so that way I could keep things out, because I was getting attacked by allosaurs and stuff like that. Definitely don't want that to happen, so I built a spiked wall around the base. Also moved all the creatures up to the top so I had more room, and then I built an electrical generator so I can, generate stuff. And then I built 3 refrigerators to help, get stuff, and then I powered them all with the wiremen, and then went to the tech trenches to kill some tech creatures for some resources, and then found this aloe, knocked it down with a net projectile, and then tranked it out with my Sindit trank rifle, and then managed to tame it. Day 24, basically all I did was just build this vault and then mess around the entire day. Day 25, I killed a sheep for some mutton, which I didn't end up using, and then I went to the space biome, mainly so I could go to Rockwell's Garden biome to tame an Arquetzel, which I ended up finding one at the very end of that day after searching. And then I went to go tame it, so I knocked it out with a net projectile, and with the tech combination of those and the tech suit, it makes it super easy to tame this stuff. And then I gave it some prime meat after killing a few dinos, and then ended up taming it. And then I ended up going back, but then after that, the next day, I ended up going back on day 27. I went back so I could get some materials for the Quetzal saddle. I needed a bunch of cementing paste and chitin, so I killed a bunch of mantises with my Rex. And then it turned to day 28 when I was heading back. So now that I had this Quetzal, I wanted to build a platform saddle, but before that, I placed a cryo fridge and then got the materials for it by getting some silica pearls, and then I ended up building the platform saddle. And so this platform saddle is going to be really useful because I wanted to build something on the back of it that would help me out.
Basically what I wanted to do is I wanted to be able to fit a strider on the back of this thing since you can't cryopod it. But after building this entire thing, I learned that it doesn't work that way, and the strider will slide off no matter how many walls you put. So I was trying to different a lot of things. As you can see, I had this huge platform on the back of it, and then I used ramps to kind of make it go up, and then I put the strider in the back, and then it just wouldn't work. He'd slide off. And I tried a bunch of different things, but I won't show you all of them because there was a lot of different things I tried. And then the next day I went out to go get some cementing paste because I needed more of it. And then I found this level 168 tech quetzal, and I'm pretty sure you can assume what I did after that, which was immediately try and tame it because I wasn't going to pass up this high level of a tech creature because they're extremely rare. Also, I know I already tamed the quetzal, and this one probably isn't useful to have two of them considering I didn't even need one, but yeah. On day 30, I basically just did nothing, so there's not really any footage for that. And then day 31, I went back to the garden biome to go find some max level gigas. I searched a few spots that I had found. One of them didn't have any, and then this one ended up having one, but they used a low level 15, but it had some cool colors, but obviously I wasn't going to tame something like that. Then I found this really cool looking R quetzal, probably the coolest quetzal I've ever seen. It was a low level, and I already have a million quetzals, so I don't need another one. This was also another Giga spawn area, and I ended up finding another Giga, but it was also a trash level 95, that just wasn't really good enough. And then I found this quetzal, which I know I didn't need to tame another quetzal, but the colors kind of looked like McDonald's, so I wanted to tame it, just to name it Ronald McDonald, and I know it's a stupid excuse to tame the quetzal, but I had to do it. And then midday in day 32, I went back to the Eden Zone to throw down my Ronald McDonald quetzal, and then I found 8 Giga, but it was another low level one, and then I kind of sorted things back out at the base. And then I went back for another run to go get some cementing paste, which ended up only getting like 100 something. And then this is the last footage I got for the entire 100 days before the game crashed. Of course, when it crashed, it deleted all the like 6 minutes of footage that I had left, but that was basically the end of it. So that was when the world ended up getting deleted. So you're probably wondering how it got deleted. So it was actually a really weird thing. This has never happened to me before. So basically the game had crashed, which of course the game has crashed on me thousands of times, so I'm not surprised by that. But this is the only time that it's actually deleted the world when it crashed. And now it really didn't do anything different. I've done everything I had to do when the game has crashed before, and for some reason this time the world got deleted when it happened. So even though it got deleted, I still wanted to make a video on it. And if you guys did enjoy the video, then make sure to leave a like and also subscribe, because this video took me a long time to make. Even the parts that I did end up having that took forever. So if you could please leave a like and subscribe, share this video to people, it'd be really appreciated. Also make sure to join the Discord server and follow me on Twitter as well. I think I'm going to be doing more of these 100 days videos in the future, so if you'd like to actually get some suggestions and what 100 days videos I should do next, then let me know in a comment down below. Anyway, I also have a merch store, so if you'd like to go buy some merchandise, then make sure to go check that out with the link in the description as well. Thanks for watching, and bye.